I'm going to talk to you about communication, the real meaning of communication. The meaning of communication is the response you get. That's what it's all about. If I tell my daughter to tidy her room and she doesn't tidy her room, my communication failed. You are 100% responsible for your communication, whether it succeeds or fails. If you want someone to do something, they don't do it, your communication failed. There are 3 elements, though, because have no doubt, we are first and foremost in the business of taking good ideas to other people, but we're also first and foremost in the business of getting what we want from other people, in communicating with ourselves. First of all, get out of bed in the morning, you have to communicate with yourself. But let's look at this thing about communication. In order for communication to work, 3 things have to happen. First of all, you have to know what you want in the positive. We spoke about language. That's the way the brain works. If you're delivering something to somebody else, tell them what you want in the positive. We only eat apples and carrots. Tidy your room. You want more information? Call me. Remember, the brain processes every single word that comes its way. If you're a financial planner and you pick up the phone and you say to one of your clients, don't panic, but. There you go. It's in the air. I did a talk to a company in the States. They were having a big problem with their sales force. About 400 people. And it was pretty obvious what the problem was the moment he introduced me and said, we've got this, Nicholas Boothman to talk to you. Don't be intimidated, but. You talk to your staff like that, intimidation is in the air. So you put your language in the positive. The second thing required for successful communication is that you find out what you're getting. You process feedback. And we were talking about beliefs and changing beliefs and getting people to do things. I have 3 books out right now, and all of them were based on modeling excellence. It's not what I think how it should be. It's on modeling excellence. So my first book, How to Make People Like You, we looked at approximately 300 people who were socially gifted. They could connect with anybody. And we looked at about 200 people who consistently messed up. So we looked for common threads. And are there common threads in socially gifted people? Absolutely. Are there common threads in the people who consistently mess up? Yeah. Can you go from this group to this group? Yes, if you want to. And that's a big question for a lot of people. In my second book, in the business book, we looked at almost 700 people, as I said earlier, who can connect, find common ground, engender trust and respect, neutralize the fight or flight, etc., in 90 seconds or less, and about 300 people who consistently mess up in that area. For my third book, which is called How to Make Someone Love You Forever in 90 Minutes or Less, which we don't normally talk about in it, but it's simple. We looked at almost 2,000 people who've been married for more than 20 years and were still crazy about each other, actively nuts about each other, and about 300 people who consistently mess up in relationships, looking for the common threads. The common threads, the 2 common threads between the people who consistently mess up socially, at business, and in relationships have 2 things in common. Number 1, they do not process feedback. They keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But number 2, the real biggie, they have all of the answers and no good questions. It's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of this. That's why you can't change a belief system. Because, and again, as I said to you in the end, never argue with a fanatic. Because they don't process feedback. And they're inflexible. So you have absolutely no ground to give. And when it comes to communication, the number 1, know what you want because of the way the brain processes languages and you want to put your ideas into someone else's head, send them straight in. Number 2, find out what you're getting. Be flexible. Process feedback. Find out. With the farmer, he put his signs up and it still didn't work. So he put another sign up and it still didn't work. Finally, it did work because he changed what he did till he got what he wanted. So the 3 aspects of communication, for communication to work, are know what you want, find out what you're getting, and change what you do till you get what you want. And so, with your permission, I'm going to install an anchor in you so that your natural-born people skills that you actually have ticking away inside you will work. I'm going to... Does anyone know what a triggered response is? Maybe never happened to hear, but you're driving along in the car and you see red and white lights flashing in your mirror and it makes your tummy feel funny. That's a cop, okay? And it just triggers a physical response. Or you hear a bit of music and it takes you back to, I don't know, when you're on holiday and you're as a teenager and you're walking along a beach and you fell in love for the first time and maybe you lost something, whatever, I lost a Seiko watch on the beach. And that's a triggered response. So I'm going to put one in with your permission. Do I have your permission? Yes. Okay, thank you. All over North America and parts of Europe, for about just over 40 years, a secret society has been erecting signs in the cities and on the sides of the roads so that the people who have been initiated into this society and know what to look out for will unconsciously, their reptilian brain and their limbic system will say, oh, and they'll immediately fine-tune their ability to process and communicate. So I'm going to now put you into this secret society. So will you all please stand up and put your stuff down? If you're left-handed, put your left hand on your head. If you're right-handed, put your right hand on your head and say after me. I solemnly swear, I will never be solemn again. And whenever I see one of these signs, I'll give thanks to all those who did silly things with their fingers, in order that I might know what I want, find out what I'm getting, and change what I do till I get what I want. Please sit down. Whenever you see a sign that says KFC, it's really there for you guys. I didn't have a red marker. But know what you want, find out what you're getting, change what you do till you get what you want.